Today we're ranking every XXL cover from 2007 to 2018, from worst to best. I categorized each cover into 4 different categories to put the artist in, and to make it fun and interesting, I put it in basketball terms. So we got the bench players, we got the role players, we got the starters, and the superstars of each cover. With that said, the worst cover, in my opinion, is the 2015 XXL freshman class. Out of all these covers, one of them has to be at the bottom, and I chose 2015 simply for the fact that they have no star power on this cover. The superstars that once were of this cover, Fetty Wap and Dej Loaf, had a career-ending injury and fell off the face of the earth. But because of their injuries, they let the role players step up and become almost the star caliber players in Vince Staples, Gold Link, and Shy Glizzy. Gold Link and Shy Glizzy kind of one and the same simply for the fact that they have their blow up song and crew. And Vince Staples, he seems to be the standout of this bunch. Unfortunately, it takes 5 players on the court to play a game of basketball, and this cover only has 3 players on the floor right now. Next we have 2007. This is probably an unpopular opinion right here. How old was I in 2007? I was like 9 years old. I don't even think I was born yet in 2007. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to see these guys in their prime and see why they made the cover. But the standout player here is Lupe Fiasco. He's the superstar of this cover. He's the legend. He's the Street Fighter champion. And he could carry this list pretty far, but unfortunately the rest of the list kind of weighs him down. The other runner-up is Plies. He's still doing his thing. He's still getting clicks. He's still getting views with his music. XXL is meant to project the next superstars, and they don't got that many superstars on this list. Really, without Lupe Fiasco carrying this team, this cover would be the worst cover in all of XXL history, and that's saying a lot. But let's fast forward 10 years and go into the golden era of hip-hop, and that year was 2017. 2017 hasn't been given a lot of time to shine yet, considering it was just last year. The biggest superstar of the cover was XXXTentacion. Rest in peace to X, man. He was really doing something special with his music, and I feel like if he still had more time, he could become even more legendary than he already was. Nobody on this list really compares to X when it comes to music and how talented they were, or popularity for that matter either. But they have a lot of solid artists here. A Boogie with the Hoodie, PNB Rock, Playboy Cardi, all artists that get a lot of plays today, and underrated artists like Kyle and Amine. The main reason why I have this cover above 2007 is simply for the fact that 2007's cover already showed everything they're able to do. 2017, I feel like they haven't yet. Next is this year's cover, 2018. How can I disrespect 2007 like that? They had Lupe Fiasco. Like I said, that's really all they got. 2017, 2018, really too early to throw every artist underneath the bus and say, trash, one-hit wonders. The superstar of this list is Lil Pump. Obviously not the same caliber of superstar as X or Lupe Fiasco, but when it comes to strictly numbers, Lil Pump is a superstar in his own right. They have a lot of great artists on this list, my personal favorite being Trippie Redd. Wi-Fi is an underrated pick, and Stefflon Don actually surprised me this year. But if any artist can save this cover in the next coming years, is the man that everyone is hyping up to be the next Kendrick Lamar and the savior of our rap generation of being this lyricist god, and his name is J.I.D. Personally, I don't see the hype, but I'm going to give him some time, listen to more of his music, and maybe his music will grow on me the more I listen to it. Other than that, way too early to say 2018 is the worst XXL freshman list of all time, considering it just came out this year. Settle down. We gotta let the young core grow together. We gotta see what happens organically rather than trading a piece here and there for an already established player that's gonna ruin team chemistry and is going to make the team bright future not be as bright. Minnesota Timberwolves. Let's talk about 2012 next. This is where things start getting a little difficult to rank the XXL covers, because all of these covers now have established artists, superstars in their own right, and 2012 I felt like it had a lot of quote-unquote one-hit wonders. Hit Inc. had the song with Chris Brown, Macklemore had a song about thrift shopping, and Roscoe Dash had 2 hit songs with Waka Flocka and Soulja Boy. Yeah. We are definitely not in 2018 anymore. Really, the main artist popping on this list and the superstar of this list is Future. French Montana is kind of big internationally. White kids love Machine Gun Kelly, and Hobson is like the internet guy. Moving on, let's talk about 2009. This one really hurts to put it in the middle of the pack. The other ones above it are really good. And although I have a lot of Kid Cudi bias, he's the biggest artist on this list. This is also like middle school. Even though if I wasn't alive in 2007, I was already in middle school in 2009. And this was kind of my introductory of rap music right here. All of these artists, Charles Hamilton, Asher Roth, Currency, Wale, Bob, Kid Cudi, all those artists played a huge role in rap music for me back then. A lot of those artists that I mentioned, not really relevant today besides Kid Cudi. A lot of them struggling to do numbers. This is a solid list. I would actually have it ranked a whole lot higher, but if you look at the bigger picture of things and how the music industry plays out today, the next few covers I'm going to be talking about are way better. 2014 is next. I'm looking at the list right now for 2014. There's like 20 people on it. Just kidding, there's 12. But man, if there wasn't 12 people, if there wasn't 12 artists on this list, I feel I would have ranked it a lot lower. And looking at it, I don't know, maybe I did wrong by putting 2009 that low. You let me know. But the biggest artist is obviously Chance the Rapper. Ty Dolla $ign's up there with him. Kevin Gates was hot for a second, but other than that, like, it's just a bunch of average guys that, like Vic Mensa, Lil Bibby, Lil Durk, Isaiah Rashad, Rich Homie Quan, the 4 other guys we were not even gonna mention because they're not relevant. 2014 has a whole lot of average, but so does 2009. 2009 has a whole lot of average, but those average artists impacted me way more than 2014's average artist. Maybe in a year I'll go back and fix this video, but as of right now, it's kind of tied. Can it be a tie? Cool. Okay, moving on. 2013 is next, and this one kind of holds a special place in my heart as well because Joey and Logic are on the cover. Around this time, those are my 2 favorite artists, so it's cool to see both of those guys on the same year. Travis Scott is the superstar of the list. Schoolboy Q's nice, and Big Chief Keef, Big Sosa, was the 11th spot. He had a little picture on the side of the cover because he was in jail at the time. Very similar to 2014 and 2009, but they have more staying power when it comes to artists being popping in 2018. Angel Hayes and Trinidad James kind of flopped. Kurt Cobain's had one hit song, and Dizzy Wright never really took off. Same thing with Absol as they were projected to do. I really like the cover, and I feel like we're not done seeing the growth of some of these artists. Maybe in a few years, I'll look back and say 2013 is actually better than a cover above them. 2010 is next. They have huge artists in J. Cole, Big Sean, Wiz Khalifa. Over 50% of the cover is still doing their thing, so that's something I like to see because a lot of these covers have a lot of artists not doing nothing, and then only one artist doing everything for that cover. Not really much to say about the artists popping, the superstars of this list, because they're still relevant today and they're still making music, and you probably think some of these artists are like top 5 in the rap game right now. 2011's next. Their superstars are Kendrick Lamar and Meek Mill. They got artists putting up starter numbers in Mac Miller, YG, and Sci-Hi the Prince. Not to mention Bass God coming off the bench as a 6th man. This is a solid list, and all 3 of the years that XXL has put out in my top 3 are great lists. They have 1 or 2 faults here and there, but other than that, great list, great artist. Kendrick, a lot of people say he's the GOAT. I personally feel a decent to strong 7. Your worst XXL cover and my favorite XXL cover. 2016. Every single artist on this list, maybe because it's early, it might be because it's early, it probably is because it's early, and we're only 2 years away from this cover. But Lil Uzi, killing it. Lil Yachty as well, 21 Savage, like all of these artists are prominent in today's music industry. I remember at one point Lil Yachty was creating superstars. He was creating, at one point it was Dram, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Last time I did, you guys, it's not pronounced that way, it's pronounced a different way. He had the song with Dram, Broccoli. He had a song with Kyle and I Spy. I'm not going to say he made T Grizzly, but when he dropped the song with T Grizzly, that's when more people started talking about T Grizzly. For a while, it looked like Lil Yachty was going to be the next great thing. It might have just been right place, right time. Because although he's prominent in 2018, he's not as big as an artist I feel like used to be. Lil Uzi doing all the devil stuff. Kodak had an amazing album. I don't know, something about this list, it's just perfect timing. Yeah, I don't think these guys are going anywhere. Denzel Curry, Dave East, G Herbo, great artists. Anderson .Paak as well. The only oddballs out are kind of Designer and Lil Dicky, and I feel like is the best XXL cover. But let me know in the comment section below. I'll be sure to check it out. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like on it. If you didn't, you know, tell me why you didn't. Is it because I had 2016? It probably is, isn't it? But that's fine. If you don't like this video, check out some of these other videos on screen right now, and you'll probably like those instead. Thank you for watching.